Hi all. I wanted to do this blog post for a while now, so I thought it would be easier to explain via video because why not? So I wanted to do a blog post this week about what I'm learning in school this term. So I'm only in two classes, Psychopathology 1 and Practicum 2 first term. Psychopathology 1 is basically the biggest part of counseling psychology you can learn. It's where you learn all the mental disorders. So back in the old days, there was maybe 20. And today we have over 200 mental disorders. So I'm learning everything from trauma-related disorders, bipolar, schizophrenia, sexual disorders, personality disorders, everything like that. I'm learning the diagnostic criteria, the statistics, all the different theorists who have contributed to these disorders, and it's a lot of information, and it's information I have to know for my future career in counseling. So it's definitely really hard. It's a lot of reading. I think I probably have read close to 3,000 pages, and it's only the month of October, and I've only been in school for a month. But it's really interesting. Everything kind of gives you a new view about mental disorders. You kind of start to look at people differently, especially living in a big city. The homeless population, a lot of those people have diagnosis of mental disorders and have no help. So it's made me a little bit more compassionate towards them and to not just view them as a crazy person. They are legitimately a human being who is dealing with some really hard stuff in their life. So that's Psychopathology 1. It's a year-long class, so I'll take Psychopathology 2 in the spring. And all of the stuff I'm learning is supposed to help me for my licensing exam that I can take after I graduate and study for a while to pass it. But yeah, it's super interesting. If you have any questions about it, I would love to answer them to the best of my ability because I'm definitely not anywhere close to completely understanding all of the disorders. So Practicum 2 is actually a continuation of Practicum 1, which you take during your first year of grad school at the Seattle School. And this is a really unique class that not many psychology programs, master's programs for psychology offer. And it's basically a hands-on class. We spent Practicum 1 sharing like a level 5 trauma story about our lives, and then we got responses from our classmates, and we also counseled each other during the second term and counseled each other in front of our class to get feedback. So Practicum 2 is more focused on us getting more practice counseling and counseling each other in front of our classes, along with video recording our counseling sessions, because we will do a lot of that in our internships. And this class is just really unique because it's a little scary to think about going into your internship with only having maybe like a mental idea of how to counsel and everything. But in this class, we get to work with our classmates, get to be honest about the things we bring to our classmates, what we want them to counsel us about, and we get honest feedback that is supposed to be positive and to shape us to be better counselors. This is also a year-long class, so it goes into the second term. And it's probably the class that has impacted me the most in showing me where my flaws are and my perfectionism, where I can improve, and it makes you feel relaxed knowing that you'll at least have probably close to 40 hours of practicing on your own classmates of counseling before even stepping into our internship. So that's about what I'm doing this term. Just 2 classes, which is 4 credits, but that's still considered full term for graduate students. So it's a lot, including working on top of that. But yeah, so if you have any questions about what I'm learning or want to know what's next for me, feel free to ask. I'd love to answer your questions, and thank you for watching.